Hey, Tori. Tori, you're on mute.
Lynn? Okay, hold on. Let me get my camera right. My internet is just being
Hello! Hello!
Hey, Deborah!
Hi. On your camera, Deborah.
Right. Okay. Good morning. How are you both holding up?
Fine. My doctor adjusted my meds so I can get out of bed in the morning now.
Oh, that's good. Lynn, good. Do you need anything?
My student loans to be canceled?
Oh, well, maybe we can,
I'm fine.
Okay, well, just, let us know if, Tori, what about you?
Wait until you hear about this copy I found of a radio broadcast from 1988, right? So they're interviewing.
Do we want to go ahead and take a look at the meeting agenda I emailed you? The subject line is Suffragist Reenactment Society Executive Committee meeting with today's date. Oh, here, let me project it for you. There we go. Got it. So, our main goal of this meeting is to pick something we can actually reenact during a pandemic.
Got it. We want to reenact the history of women voting even during a pandemic because we're badasses.
Do I need to do the treasurer's report? It's the same as last time. Nobody wants to become a member of our society and pay dues if all we're going to do is meet online.
Reenactments are hard to perform during a global pandemic, but we need to reenact something so we can inspire people.
Inspire people? Now? It's 2020. All most people want to do is take a nap.
We reenact the suffragist history so people know it was difficult in the past, but people work together to make change. Tori, you were going to research reenactment options about Vermont suffragists. Did you find anything juicy?
Okay, are you ready for this? It's so cool. In 1880, Vermont lawmakers passed a law allowing tax-paying women to vote in school districts. Isn't that great?
School districts?
Yeah.
News districts.
Are you looking at the slideshow I sent? Okay, well, look at slide number 4. What about dressing up as members of the Women's Christian Temperance Union?
Temperance. That's giving up alcohol, right?
Yep.
Nope.
Or here, you have a slide about how women were allowed to be elected town clerks.
You want to act like we're town clerks? Snooze.
Town clerks are very important in Vermont.
Okay, if we jump to 1900, women were allowed to become notaries or trustees of public libraries. That would be great to reenact.
We could stage a debate about what books the library would order. What do you think?
Snooze.
It's not a snooze, Lynn. There's nothing snoozy about books.
So our options are the Women's Christian Temperance Movement or library trustees. Snooze and snooze. No one's gonna want to reenact those with us.
What about costumes, Lynn? Your costumes always jazz things up for us.
Or what about doing a whole thing on tax resistance?
Oh, no.
In 1911, Lucy Daniels from Grafton refused to pay her taxes because she didn't have the right to vote.
Snooze.
But that's how they controlled women.
Particularly Black and Indigenous women.
True. And if you didn't own property, if you didn't pay taxes, you didn't vote.
Deborah, go ahead and reenact that bit like you're Lucy Daniels.
Lynn, costume ideas?
1911. Do you have that large hat still? It's kind of a square turban. At least that's what the older women were wearing. Let's see it. Come on.
This one?
Might need a feather.
I'll get you started, Deborah. Now, Miss Daniels, why have you neglected to pay your taxes this year?
Lawmakers recognize that the person who pays the bill is the person who must have the say. Yet men are ignoring these pocketbook rights in the case of women, making them pay without letting her have a say with a vote. I, for one, am tired and am wondering just what will happen next.
I, for two, am tired and I'm wondering just what will happen next.
Oh, well, Lucy and her sister went to DC.
Well, what about doing a scene with Alice Paul?
Yes, we could reenact Lucy Daniels standing up to Alice Paul about Black women marching in the 1913 parade. Daniels was for it, Paul was opposed.
Right. Daniels said she'd pay Alice Paul $50 if they could get 100 Black women to march, and $60 if Black women got to have their own float.
But Alice Paul turned her money down. Miss Daniels, we will not take your money, but the ladies are welcome to walk in the back of the parade.
What will you do for suffrage? And how long must women wait?
Snooze. And you can't do Alice Paul without that hat that looks like a shower cap.
I think tax resistance is interesting.
Deborah, when was the last time that you got excited about taxes? We want to inspire people to vote, not put them to sleep. Speaking of.
Wait, I've got one last idea. Just hold on.
Better be a good one.
Just give me a minute.
Is this something you helped her with, Lynn?
No. That is my shawl. What are you doing?
Not snoozy. It's not snoozy. Not snoozy. Not snoozy. Over the list. Oh no. Just hold on. It's gonna be great. What do you think?
Is that mud?
Yes. It's the March of the 400!
March of the 400! Not a snooze.
Picture it. The 19th Amendment has been passed by Congress, and we need 36 states to vote in favor of ratification. Governors from all over convene special sessions to approve ratification that would enable women to vote for the very first time in the next presidential election.
By March 1919, 35 states had approved the amendment.
We just need one more state to cast the deciding vote. Who's it going to be?
Vermont?
Yes! So, on April 21st, 400 women marched to Montpelier. March with me!
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 400 women marched in the pouring down rain, through muddy roads, through snow. 4 women marched to the State House to demand that Governor Percival Clement call a special legislative session so that Vermont could ratify the 19th Amendment.
Vermont can be the victory state.
Woo! And while the 400 women marched to the Capitol, women from all over the state began sending telegrams calling for the special session. Over 1,600 telegrams and letters demanded that Governor Clement act for the rights of women.
Votes for women.
Votes for Vermont women.
But Percival refused. Vermont cannot afford the expense of calling a special session.
And Tennessee got all the glory of being the last state needed to ratify the 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote. Percival!
Percival!
Percy! So, what do you think?
All in favor of reenacting the March of the 400, say aye!
I want to keep marching.
Oh, yeah.
I want to march with 400 women to the polls tomorrow.
Hell yeah! We can all march to the polls. Oh, unless you're at higher risk for illness. In which case you should fill out your absentee ballot and mail it today.
With your signature, so it counts.
What if I can't get out of bed on election day?
Oh, we won't let you sleep through this election.
No way.
Friends make sure friends are registered to vote and that they have a ride to the polls.
You could wear one of your cool hats.
And our suffragist sashes. We can get all dressed up.
This November, we're gonna mail our ballots or we're gonna march to the polls. We'll march through rain,
Rain.
snow,
Snow.
And mud.
Oh, mud.
Together.
The March of the